Good morning, Cathy Shea here at Cucina Catarina. I have been working with some beautiful, dedicated, phenomenal families with young children, and there's a huge trend of wanting to go more plant-based. I really respect that decision for anyone, especially if it's done with organics in mind. There's also some basic principles that I think would be extremely helpful and simple ways that you can set up your kitchen so that you can prepare a very, very wonderful plant-based meal. In fact, I usually do cook once, eat twice in my kitchen within less than 30 minutes. So let's start with the plant-based products that you can find in your local Costco, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Amazon, wherever you like to shop. Just be mindful that not everything is necessary as far as organics are concerned. Certain foods don't have any natural predators, sweet potatoes, onion, garlic, even avocados. So look at the app, EWG, Environmental Working Group, if you're not sure, because they have it all listed there. You can even scan the product on the app and you'll see if in fact it's clean. It meets the clean guidelines that I'm going to give you. So let's start with canned foods. Okay, you want to be sure they're BPA-free cans, and you certainly want to make sure that there's no more than 3 ingredients in each can. This is tomatoes, water, and salt. This is black beans, red beans, water, and salt. These are excellent sources of high protein, high fiber for the vegan. You can mix in a can of the tomatoes, some diced olives, either make a soup or blend it with a pasta. This is a wonderful brown rice, gluten-free, that I get from Trader Joe's. Costco has the best olive oils, avocado oil for salads, and Rayo's tomato sauce. I love Italian, and these people import the tomatoes from Italy. Fabulous. I also buy their chicken stock. It goes in my crock pot with veggies. I mean, if you're vegan, you can use veggie stock, but you have to decide if you need to be strict or add a little animal protein like this. It's minimal. They also have a remarkable organic almond butter. The other fat that I really like is called ghee. It's clarified butter. It's wonderful for sauteing. Also good on gluten-free bread. And you can get other nut butters like sunflower, tahini, pecan, walnut. There's many, many different nut butters. These are a great source of quick protein. Stay away from the peanuts. They're in the top 10 food allergies and sensitivities. I like Sammy's Bakery for a gluten-free bread. This is millet, brown rice, flour, very simple, very delicious, toasted. It also comes in raisin cinnamon, which the kids adore, with a little bit of the nut butter on top. But this is what goes in my suitcase, ladies and gentlemen. These little roll-ups, like burritos, are phenomenal. And if you keep them in the freezer, they last forever. So you can pop them out. You can crisp them up in your toaster oven, make chips out of them, because everything in those bags that's called a chip is full of rancid oil. You can brush this with a little olive oil, just make them plain. They also make a great salsa that I get at Costco called Mateo's. Now for gluten-free baking, which will be another video, I always buy their almond flour. And then for a really quick meal, you can just take some of these ramen noodles, mix them with the broth of your choice, add some veggies, and you'll have a gorgeous soup in moments. You can add the beans, tomatoes, veggies, whatever you like. Now, if you don't already have an Instapot or a crock pot, these are a must-have for every young family, especially those who are working with toddlers. There's just not time. You can whip up all kinds of things in your crock pot or your Instapot. In fact, yesterday we made bone broth, and it is heavenly. The crock pot will stay bubbling with these bones for several days. We just keep adding a little bit of water, and then I have the stock that I need for whatever. If you're strict vegan, Just save the bottom of your carrot, save the bottom of your celery, save the bottom of your onions. All those things can be put in here with good purified water, maybe some garlic, maybe some fresh herbs or dried herbs, whatever you like. This is bay leaf from my garden. Flavor it up however you like. That way, if you have a broth, you can do so much with it. Soups, anything, stews, it's just wonderful. And sometimes if you don't feel well, this is like the best thing you can drink. A cup of hot tea or a cup of warm broth, okay? Now, other wonderful products that are high in protein, maca powder. This is a wonderful hormone balancer. It's an ancient root. You can buy gluten-free, organic, quick oats. We got this at the new store that just opened called Sprouts. It was on sale when they had their grand opening, so I got several of them. Costco has organic quinoa. This is not a grain. Some people want to be grain-free. Please don't limit yourself so much, but if you are grain-free and you find it feels better in your belly, this is a seed, but it's the only food in the vegetable kingdom that is pure protein. It has all the essential amino acids. Any questions so far from the audience? Okay. Costco also has bulk Basmati brown rice. This is the kind of brown rice that when I'm making this in my Instapot or my rice cooker or whatever, and my husband comes in the door, he goes, "What are you making?" It has a lovely aroma. It's a nutty flavor. I make enough for 2 or 3 days, so I can add it to eggs. I can add it to almost anything and get a really nice, high fiber, yummy, delicious addition. Now, a lot of the protein drinks that I'm seeing are full of sugar and ultra-processed things that you can't even pronounce. A good rule of thumb is when you look at a label and you can't pronounce it, don't buy it, okay? So if you want to be mindful of making a protein drink, you've got a couple of options here. You can use the maca powder. This whey is from dairy, but it's been isolated, so it's a high protein product. I love coconut milk and coconut cream. It's good fat and it makes a rich, wonderful smoothie. You can buy organic berries in these little bags. Costco has them. Grocery stores all have them now. Put this in your Blendtec blender or your Vitamix or just any old blender. And then we make jars full. You can see I'm a queen of jar. So I have my pumpkin seeds and my toasted pecans and all my goodies are here, including the grains. We talked about quinoa not being a grain, but the rice is. There's another one called amaranth. My favorite is millet. You can make these easily for stir fries, whatever you like, or soups. And then the buckwheat is heavenly. This smells so roasted and delicious. Make sure you buy the roasted one with the buckwheat. It's one of my favorites. Now, if you're going to eat nuts, remember this is a concentrated protein. You want to soak them in water for at least 8 to 12 hours. So I make a little jar like that and let them sit overnight. Rinse them in the morning, and then they're still crispy, but you're going to get what is called bioavailability of the protein. Every nut has a coating on it called a saponin, and you want to rinse that off. So it's really helpful to soak your nuts before you eat them. You can also put these in your blender with your berries and your coconut or almond milk or whatever you like, and you've got a beautiful, rich protein shake. You can make them ahead of time, put them in these little jars and just keep them in the fridge or even in the freezer. When I'm preparing to teach, I have them in the freezer ready to go. The smoothies are ready to go. Sometimes I'll just put a handful of spinach and the berries in a little water and that's it. Hunk of ginger or a slice of lemon. You can jazz it up so many ways. So stay tuned because Cathy Shea has more tips for you.